Brill system, 0.00 engagement distance to primary Borrelian line, 1.84 million kilomire. The first move was human. At T plus 100.0 seconds, every Earth capital ship fired its spinal particle lances in perfect synchrony. 42 violet-white spears crossed the void at 0.94 C, silent and invisible until they struck. 8 Borrelian dreadnoughts lost shielding in the opening heartbeat. 3 simply ceased to exist, converted directly to plasma by multi-gigaton kinetic transfer. 0.7 seconds, the Borrelian squadron returned fire. Bronze hulls rippled as they vomited torrents of antimatter-tipped missiles and scarlet plasma bolts. The barrage looked apocalyptic on tactical, a red wall thousands of kilometers wide. T plus 3.1 seconds, Earth point defense grids woke up. 6,000 autonomous drones launched during final approach formed an ablation cloud ahead of the fleet. Missiles began dying by the hundreds per second, shredded by rail slugs and counter missiles. Still, dozens penetrated. The battlecruiser EFS Kiev took 3 direct hits amidships and rolled out of formation trailing molten armor and atmosphere. T plus 18 seconds, second Earth salvo. This time it was the rail coil guns. Tungsten spears wrapped in magnetic sheaths left their barrels at 11 kilometers relative. The Borrelian commander had begun an emergency turn to present fresh shields too late. 4 more dreadnoughts cracked open like eggs, their bronze armor peeling away in kilometer-long ribbons. T plus 47 seconds. The range had collapsed to 900,000 kilometer. Now the fight turned kinetic and ugly. Both sides began trading coil gun broadsides at relativistic speeds. Space between the fleets became a lattice of white-hot metal, moving so fast it glowed in visible light. The heavy cruiser EFS Thermopylae lost its entire forward third when a Borrelian sabot round punched clean through the bow and detonated inside the magazine. The ship vanished in a brief, perfect sphere of light. T plus 02:11. The Borrelians tried to break. Vorak's flagship, Bloodied Fang, led a desperate vector toward the system's ecliptic plane, engines flaring crimson. Earth destroyers were already there, waiting in the exact volume the Borrelians needed to escape. Torpedo spreads from the Osprey and Falchion wings caught Bloodied Fang broadside. 32 antimatter warheads detonated in staggered sequence along her length. When the glare faded, the dreadnought was 3 separate pieces tumbling in slow spirals. T plus 0440. Only 4 Borrelian ships remained combat capable, all streaming atmosphere and bleeding drive plasma. One tried to ram the carrier EFS Hornet. Hornet's escort frigates Spearfish and Mako interposed themselves at point-blank range, accepting the collision to save the carrier. The explosion lit the inner system like a second sun. T plus 0612. The last Borrelian vessel, a crippled destroyer, broadcast unconditional surrender on all frequencies. Admiral Dwyer accepted, then ordered the fleet to be tractored into custody. After 6 minutes and 12 seconds of sustained combat, the Brill System Defense Squadron had ceased to exist as an organized force. 15 dreadnoughts and 27 escorts reduced to cooling debris and drifting hulks. Earth losses: 1 battlecruiser destroyed, 1 heavy cruiser lost with all hands, 9 other ships damaged, 4,942 personnel killed or missing. Across the system, the hundreds of civilian ships that had fled at the first shot now reversed course, engines dark, hailing the human fleet on every channel with offers of salvage rights, fuel, and gratitude. On the flag bridge of Invictus, Admiral Dwyer watched the tactical plot clear of red icons and allowed herself one slow breath. "Secure from general quarters," she said quietly. "Begin search and rescue operations. And someone find me the surrender broadcast from that last destroyer. I want to know exactly how many ships the Legion beyond counting has left after today." She turned back to the stars, where the debris of a Borrelian fleet still burned like dying embers. "Signal Earth Command. Brill system is secured. The road to the Borrelian core worlds is open."